praying over the young boy, giving him purpose, reminding him of his purpose at such a young age, giving him courage. That part of the movie was to me a great foundation. And then when I saw them chopping the heads and chopping bodies, it got really real. Like, don't suppress me, don't oppress me.
Yeah.
Don't kill me. Don't disrespect my race. Don't disrespect me as a human being. Because now I have to defend that by any means necessary. So that just made me say, wow. Now I understand why people say they have a right to be persecuted, because they people done been persecuted. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly. Now, was it too? I mean, we know that it was a period film, and of course, they're going to deal with the history of that period, which was slavery and oppression. But was it too much blood and stuff in there for you? I mean,
okay, wait. I mean,
because that's what I've heard people say. Like, did it gross you out? Because at some points.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this first. Let me correct my quote. I have a right to be mad because my people done been persecuted. That's by public enemy. So the question was I grossed out by all the blood? And the answer was no. Because I was grossed out by the blood on the cotton when he was picking it. I was grossed out by that blood.
Yeah.
But I wasn't grossed out to see the warrior in him feeling like he had to get to Jerusalem, feeling like he had to do what he had to do for his people, in order to get liberation. So I wasn't grossed out by that idea. However, it was graphic, but I wasn't grossed out.
Yeah. I thought it brought up in the movie, it was a lot of, excuse me, we got cars in the back. We're just doing this video right off impromptu. So look here. In the movie, there were a lot of people who were talking back to the movie. A lot of people were saying, F them. They were saying, calling Caucasian people different names and saying different other words that I won't say on this show.
Okay.
But in the movie theater, it was like really tense. And to me, I was just like, there are other people, there were white people in there were men, there were women, and there were some people who this is what I felt. I felt, instead of just speaking back at the movie and saying, F them crackers, F them, some dude was saying all types of stuff to the movie. I'm thinking, bro, wouldn't it be, a little easier to do stuff in your community, like help out, instead of speaking back to a movie where people have paid their money to see this movie and you up here cussing and making people feel really uncomfortable? I mean, if there are white people in there and we know what it's going to be about, why are you saying F them crackers? Why are you saying, oh, fuck them crackers, oh, them faggot ass crackers? I mean, come on, man.
Okay, wait.
That ruined it for me because, and I'm sure he could feel, and there was a couple people in the theater doing this, but I'm just imagining, if that was the theater I was in, imagine anybody else who went to a theater, and I didn't go near the projects to see this either. That's what was surprising to me. I'm not saying the people in the project.
Look, no comment. I ain't gonna get.
Hey, I'm just saying. Not saying.
Can I say something?
Go.
Okay, so
I'm just saying.
So they're having an emotional. They're dealing with their emotions in the movie when they're seeing this, because it is very heart. It drags on your heart and your emotions. So these people are having emotional outbreaks in the movie. Making them feel like they need to say, forget them saltines or whatever you want to call it. But my thing is, yes, what do we do now? What do you do now that you're mad?
That's my thing, yeah.
We're people that are good for being reactive.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's it.
We will kill somebody who stepped on our Jordans. So if we see a movie...
Some of us, not all. Some of us.
True. But when we see a movie that sparks us emotionally the way that Birth of a Nation did, you just angry. It's the same way that maybe some violent protesters may feel, some looters may feel like, man, I just need to get this anger out. So we have displaced, anger, and we're using it in the wrong area. So last night I had an opportunity to go to the South Florida Black Business Directory launch, and it was absolutely phenomenal because they provided a solution that was nonviolent, that was non-reactive, very proactive for our community. Yeah. So now that we're mad, now that we're reminded that this day and age, history is being repeated. We are being lynched on social media live with guns instead of ropes. You understand? So, and it's blatant. So it's some type of initiation going on. So on that note, we need to go back to our quarters and get our own program together, get our own society together, so that we can really be for us, by us.
But when we say stuff like that, getting our society together, we are now, it's a salad bowl. We got white people here. Not every white person is against us.
True.
As a matter of fact, the gentleman Nate, he's married to a white woman, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, what you mean? See, y'all black women with that. Leave us alone. Anyway, he married to.
Listen, you love who you want to love.
Exactly. He married to a white woman. So it's like there are white people who understand history and they can sit in a movie theater like that.
Okay.
But to me, it's like, what is this going to do? I mean, sitting in there getting mad at a movie, getting mad at different things, as we can see now with police shooting black men and all this kind of stuff. We're angry, we're mad. But what are we going to do with that anger and that madness?
So
we can't sit and talk to a movie theater or jump on Instagram and jump on this, and that's all we do.
So what's going to happen when we act like Nate? You heard that? What's going to happen when we act like Nate, right? Nat
Turner?
What's going to happen when we act like that? What's going to happen when we retaliate? What's going to happen when the regime forms? What's going to happen then? What you going to say then? That was a good movie. Look at what done happened. Look at these black people. Is that what you gonna say? Is that what you gonna say? What are you gonna say when people just get fed up?
I mean, we fed up, but to me,
did you hear what I said? What you gonna do when we get like that?
Well, I think people are already at that point, as we can see what people are retaliating back with the recent stuff in the news.
I don't think they're retaliating back. I think that they just acting out. Proper retaliation is going back to our quarters, is going back in a huddle and saying, how can we fix our own community? How can we support ourselves? You know, policing ourselves. How can we be more independent? Like, there's always
policing ourselves.
Yeah,
that's gonna work in Chicago.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
They got the right equipment. They just need the right mentality. That's all it is.
Okay.
If we change the way we think. See, the reason why beef is such a marketable product in the community is because people feel offended. If I feel offended, I'm going to have to defend myself, whether it's black on black, whether it's white on, no matter what. So if we can fix our thinking and our feelings about being offended, we can fix a lot of our problems. Because that way we won't even entertain certain things.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying?
So the movie, to me, it was as a director, he did a great job. I enjoyed it. It is a story of Nat Turner, and it was really, to see the people fight back. And to me, I know when Oprah did Beloved, she said she wanted people to see how slavery felt. Toni Morrison said that, but I really felt more of those slaves, like their pain within the birth of a nation. To really see that. And I think Gabrielle Union did an awesome job, probably because she didn't say nothing.
I was going to say, you see how I'm looking at you? She just got married, jumped the broom, and did a little two-step.
But to me, you don't.
Shout out, I like you though.
Hey, but if you act, and your emotions can bring a character through. And I thought she did that part really good. Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. That's the best acting I've seen her do. I'm serious. Right. I'm just saying this is for me. And I love Gabrielle Union. She's a pretty woman. She's definitely a talent. But to me, I think she did real good. Look, I am not lying on that. I've been saying that since I saw the movie.
So on the characters, the mother, the grandmother, the wife, just being awesome displays of strong black women.
Yeah, definitely.
And wow, I'm pretty sure that black mothers everywhere can identify with a role in the movie. So that part was inspiring and showing us that when we do have a man in our circle and in our family and in our life, we have to let them carry out their purpose.
Exactly.
We can't be in the way.
Now, this is another thing that struck me in the movie too, how religion is still basically a moral compass or a compass for black people. And it seemed like it was used in this movie, and they showed us how it was used to keep people oppressed, and it was also used to free people as well. So putting that in, what's going on today, a lot of, especially in the black community, in our, you know, with black people, they use that Bible, they use religion to still oppress people, to keep people down, and people aren't really free. So I saw a lot of that in a lot of things that happened in that time, still being portrayed in 2016 and beyond.
Well, on that note, I want to say shout out to Sam of HBCA, holding the Black Church accountable. I'm rocking their shirt. I don't know if you can see it. You know, give your money to the Black Bank instead of the Black churches if they're not doing what they need to do in our community.
Yeah.
So, so on that note, like on the religious, you know, the religious institutions, they have to take more responsibility in our community, and not just with your congregation. You are a pivotal part of the community, so maybe it's time to expand and reach more people in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do that, you have to get with your core agenda, objectives, and values to see if this is what you're really about in your community. So it's time to do a self-check. If you are a religious institution, it's not just a Black church.
No.
It's the Black mosque. It's the Black anything. You understand? So, yeah, make sure you revisit what your agenda is and see if you're really for the people or if you're just for your people.
Now, I while watching this movie, I thought about Nat Turner. Do we have? It seems like, well, I don't know every Black person. Do we have that strong leadership in Black communities like Nat displayed to lead the people and to encourage them? Not, I mean, we don't want to rebel in that way.
No,
I'm not talking about killing people, but in education and, you know, getting leaders. We have it?
We do have it. It's happening in small pockets all over because you have leaders in arts. You have leaders in Black businesses. You have leaders in Black organizations that are doing what they need to do. So, you know, a lot of times we highlight the negative. It's so easy for the negative to rise to the top. But I want you to know there is good news in our community. So look for it. And if you're about good news, don't take the chief role about your baby, your organization, your business so seriously. Allow it to flourish and grow, and allow it to expand and reach others. And that's where we have the rebellion. And like I want to get the sister's name right. I want to say Crystal Chanel of the South Florida Black Business Directory. She gave a wonderful keynote speech yesterday about this very thing. That if we're going to sit down and talk about solutions, we have to support our Black businesses, and not just support the Black business, but if your Black business, provide quality service and products. It set the standard. So she mentioned that today's civil rights leaders are marketers, are bloggers, you know, are business owners. So we're doing what we need to do. 10 years from now, we're going to look back and see the impact that we made in such a time as this. You understand?
Hey, well, that's what it is, man. I just wanted to talk to you about that movie. I think it was a good movie. It's not for the faint at heart. Definitely not for that. But, I mean, go check out The Birth of a Nation. And if you're viewing this video by the time it's on DVD or somewhere else, you know, make sure you pick it up. Because it's a period film.
Don't get it from the bootleg. I mean, support your homie at the gas station. Support him. But also support the movie. Go to the movie and get it.
Exactly. So, you know, that was my take on it. It was very, it was something. It was something. The day I went, and I saw it a day ago, boy, and to see the actions in the movie theater. But, you know, directing wise, acting wise, really good. So, and we need more films, maybe not, well, like this, and more Black films, just period, that are making it to the big screen. So, definitely.